Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again. I don't know what the fuck's happening. Oh, I guess this is it. Okay. We're going to do it again. I'm having a fucking laboratory. Is that the right word? No, lobotomy. That's what I meant to say. But as a Heyoka empath, my words get a little bit dyslexic on me. Okay, I think everything looks normal. We just had a little bit of a glitch twice. I don't even know if it's completely 100% okay. Let me just, it still looks a bit hazy. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Is that better? Hey, Lily! I'm about to lose my mind. Okay, I'm about like twice I started this. Hi, baby. I'm so happy. Can you see me clearly? Or is it my imagination? Everything looks foggy. I'm trying to just figure out, is it my shitty camera? But my camera's good. Like, why? What's wrong here? Or what's going on? Maybe I need a touch-up or something. Okay, so I put the retouch on. Did that help at all? I don't know. The most important thing is that you can see me and you can hear me, because I got so much to say, it's not even funny. And if it's only for you, Nilly, that's fuck. Okay. Oh, and I really look good. Oh my God, do my clients love me? Okay. All right, hold on. My neck hurts, my butt hurts. I want to make sure that it's plugged in. That's the most important thing. And that we get everybody on board. That's the next important thing. And let me see how I can do this so I can be comfortable with everybody, which is the next important thing. And okay. I don't know why. I don't know why. This is the third time trying to do this, but that's okay. That's okay. I hope those other 5, 6 people refine me all over again. Okay, so now, where was I? So it sort of looks clear. Okay, if you say so. Okay, so let me turn it this way. So I can just see people checking this out and going, what the fuck is she doing? I'm trying to make it so you can see me clear, okay? And those that wait for it, are gonna be shocked with what they learned today. I don't know why it looks foggy to me. Is it the lighting? Let me just close maybe it is the blind. Let me see if this makes it better. Yeah, this is my hair. I haven't had a chance to brush it yet. I don't give a shit because I got some shit I got to tell you all, okay? So, where can we start here? Oh, my other 5 people found me. I'm so fucking happy. Okay, so it's uncomfortable because I need to keep you plugged. I don't have enough battery. Can this be any more desperate? No, it can't. No, it's going to go good from now on. Maybe it's okay. It's all foggy, but it's just, I don't know why it's so foggy. Maybe it's better it's foggy because you can't see my wrinkles as much. Okay, let's keep it foggy. I don't give a shit. All right, let's go. Now, for those of you that are back, thank you so much. There's a couple of things I have to get over. Number one, I'm not used to going on with no makeup and no stuff. It's a big deal for me. I don't give a shit that there's women here saying, you're enough. Yeah, I know I'm enough, but I like to look dynamic because I know beauty raises a vibration. There's nothing wrong with me plain Jane. There's nothing wrong with anyone natural. But you know what? When I'm on a platform and I want to strike, it is alluring when you have brightness, when you have colors, when you have emphasis. And yeah, TikTok has a lot of different makeups and boldness. But I'm very blessed. And for those that don't want to hear this, you can leave. I'm very blessed to have people that love me as much as you do, because it would have been an issue for me, okay? I'm slowly getting used to doing this naked, but I'm telling you, it takes some getting used to. If you look at all my other videos, you'll see they're very polished. But okay, let's fucking go raw, shall we? All right. I wish I could, okay, I don't even want to check anything to see if we are, how much battery, we're plugged in. Now, I have a lot to say. I'm going to start one bit at a time. This live is going to be dedicated. Again, I could not believe 77% of my channel that is viewed is men. I'm honored, because that's not TikTok. TikTok, it's 80% women. Here it seems to be 77% men. Where are my bitches? Where are my women? But anyway, like I said, the YouTube women just seem to be very different than the TikTok women. TikTok women cannot have enough of me. They can't have enough of the insight and the knowledge. YouTube women, maybe their interests are elsewhere, but the men here are right on the ball. I don't know if there's any men here. If you are and you want to make yourself known, you can just say male. In any case, I welcome all of you. I am just going to take my time today. This is a topic no one will talk about. As a Heyoka empath, if you don't know what it is, please ask me. But I will tell you this. The insight that I receive daily, and I have a group where I contribute daily. It's called the Heyoka Voice Drops, where they get my insight to their ear on their WhatsApp voice notes daily. And it's really changed their lives. For those of you that would like, the few of you that are here, let me extend a 4-day gift from me to you. Just DM me gift and I'll put you in, and you can receive as of tomorrow, not today's, it already went out. As of tomorrow, you can receive insight. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to be very timely. Okay, why is this word here? Nope. Okay, why is it here? I'm so afraid to fucking touch anything here. Why is it here? Why is it here? No. Okay. Oh my God. Create highlights. I don't even know what that means. No, we just won't touch anything, okay? I just want to focus on you. For those, again, that want that, DM me gift, and we'll get you hooked up and you can experience me lifetime. But I'm telling you now, once you have a taste of what I do, you're not going to want to just not keep going. It's not that it's anything weird. It's just that insight's very valuable, and not a lot of people in today's world has the insight that I'm very blessed with. If you want to look up at what a Heyoka empath does, you can YouTube it, because Google doesn't have a lot of knowledge. It says sacred clown, which is what Heyoka means. It says where it originated, but it doesn't tell you. First of all, I'm a psychic Heyoka empath. Please don't ask me when you get married. And no, I'm not going to go pick a lottery number. I had to say no to my mom, say no to all these people. I don't use what I have for that. I'm not a tarot card reader. I don't predict. I tell you exactly. And I can tell you exactly because I can see your past life energies. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, you'll see. They'll be exact. It's not about who you did or what you killed or what stuff. It's about attributes. How can I describe this? It's so exciting. I wish I could do myself. When you come to me one-on-one, unlike a shrink who gives you a label so you can pinpoint that the other guy screwed you, which only emphasizes that you're a victim. And you being a victim is a problem because you're going to feel guilty. So it emphasizes that you were wronged. And when you're wronged, you feel bad. And when you feel bad, you feel isolated. And guilt has one job. Guilt seeks punishment. In every single scenario in your life, you will shoot yourself in the foot. So this thing that therapists do, and I'm not throwing shade on them, although I could, because they're really whacked. And I'll tell you how I know in a second, other than the fact that I had one who completely plagiarized my stuff for her clients, and then went wacko. But anyway, therapists are built to isolate and tell you categorically the box you go into with the label they've attached to the symptoms of what you're suffering from and what the other person did to you, that you are completely disempowered. When you hold that energy in because you feel guilty, do you think you attract someone worthy of you? No, you don't. You are given tools so that you attract maybe a less degree, and then you can use your tools. I don't give you tools. I dissolve the lie because it is a lie. Now, the lie stems from religion, doctrines, things. That's a lot of stuff. And when I finish my third book, Supernatural Badass, you'll see a lot of that. Right now, I do have a book that's out on Amazon. Check it. It is a game changer. It's called The Wisdom of the Penis. I have a copy here. It's a manuscript, not the final copy, but you can go check it out. What I'm going to do later on in my life is I'm going to use it. Whoever asks me to think about their issue, it acts as your own private oracle, and it does not miss. Now, theoretically, you're supposed to ask it and put it on your chest, okay? But I will do that via this way for you to see how effective it is. We did it in the last live. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So let me tell you when a couple of things regarding shrinks, okay? And then I'll get into the whole man thing. You will always excel at what you need to have. That's a really deep desire. I have had a life that's curated around needing to have insight and get out of pure darkness. So a Heyoka empath is born with the ability to see all your dark spots inside. Not only when you come to me on a one-on-one, do I know what you're going through, and you don't have to tell me the whole ordeal. And it's not about me showing you how much I know. It's about me showing you what you don't know as to why you do the things that you do. You already know that you do the things you do, and you know why it hurts because you do the things you do. You just don't know why you do the things you do, and you blame the other person. Now, step one is to recognize, yes, what the other person is doing to you, in the sense of you've pulled them over, and this is where you're at, and this is the kind of lashing you are asking about. So when I've got so much to tell you, my mind's, as I talk on my lives, a lot will come down in terms of whoever's here. I'm getting more and more stuff. So do the best to keep up. If you have a question, please just ask, and I'll slow down, pause, or recap, okay? So number one, a shrink that has to make you talk about your issue means you have to sit in that shit energy. And you can never, ever find a solution in the energy that's created the problem. So when you are immersed in talking about what they did and you being a victim and it emphasizing how hopeless you are fucked for life from that point, my point of view. Because you're always scared you'll be taken advantage of. You've got these tools, but the point is you're scared you'll be taken advantage of. What does that mean? It means we have to attract what we are. So if you're in fear that someone will take advantage of you, what do you attract? Someone who has to take advantage of you. So let's just, oh God, I'm jumping too much. Hold on. Let me finish with the shrinks. So the shrinks, they don't have the root issue because that deals with your past life. They can't see insight. They can see what they've been regurgitating, what they've learned to itemize, but they can't dissolve it. It's an energy. You can't dissolve energy with data. You can only dissolve energy with insight that's holding pain, shame, guilt, or blame in place. It's like a secret key insight. When it's put in, it has to open the energies holding shame, the biggest taker of life, guilt and blame in place, which is anger, which is helplessness. So now, let's move on. So when there is a shrink who can't get to the root, they can't change the energy in you. They can only give you tools to protect you because you're going to need it because you haven't solved the fucking problem. I have a need to get to the light, and I've been initiated for what feels like 1,034 years of getting through to the other side, so I know I can take anybody there. So I will be skilled with providing the light that you call it insight, call it clarity, call it whatever you want. That, and you'll know how you know it. You'll go, or as my beautiful clients, they just go like from here to, like they exhale and they have this light in their face. You know why? Because they just let go of a dump of energetic pain. That's, some of my clients even say, I just felt like something broke open. Yeah, because when you get insight, the rock of the pain, and believe me, it's painful what you guys go through. Sometimes I don't know how you fucking do. Well, I do. You drink, you smoke, you vape. I don't do any of that. So I know you do that to help, or you just sink into depression. And it hurts me. It hurts me. I wish I could stuff you in my ear and just have you in my mind and have you just instantly know all this. That's not going to happen, but it's okay. That's why I devised the Heyoka voice drops where I talk to you daily. That's 33 for the month. I've also paired it up with the latest book that I wrote, Sacred and Feral as Fuck Trilogy, 3 ebooks. First one, Chaos, Meet Wisdom, the Cosmic Dating Roast. From Chasing to Chosen, Savage Status. And the third one, Fuck the Fade, No More Delulu, Just Dominion. They're not books. They activate an opening in you. You don't just read and go, let's go out to lunch. It's not like that. One of my clients, like, I can't put this down. The book heals you. And I mean, you're not going to say, oh, I'm healed, which is the worst thing you can do. Kind of like saying, I love you, like a few times a day to the person. It's because you're trying to convince yourself. So it's a kind of book, when 20, 30, 40 years go by and you look back at your first love and how stupid you were, or whatever the things you've done, and you can laugh. That means that part is healed. That painful energy has shifted. While you read this book, it's so funny, but it's not just funny, it's the insight that is describing your situation to the T in such a descriptive, funny fashion. You're not used to reading things like this. My client went crazy. She's like, fucking brilliant, Nicole. Of course, I didn't expect anything less after I read your first book. Oh, my first book's called The Wisdom of the Penis. Check it. It's on Amazon. I'm gonna do the oracle part of it later on today. But this book is a roadmap. You're gonna see it. You're gonna name it, because you can't name what you're going through. That's why you're going through it. You can't see what's happening. You just feel the result of the pain. You're confused. So when someone is made to be confused, the blame goes towards them. That's what it does. For many reasons, which I'll get into another time or one-on-one. There's a lot I have to cover here. So it doesn't go on them for confusing you, because you can't see the root of where it even fucking comes from. So these 3 ebooks, which you can get on my site at store.nicolecoleman.com, it's in the bio. I have paired this exact roadmap. You will not be the same after you read it. Like I said, because of the way the situations are described, you're already going to collapse time and be shoved forward as if it's happened a long time ago. Meanwhile, it's happening now. You're going to laugh. You're going to see the human nature, but you're going to see it from a position of power. See, that's what's lacking. See, after 30, 40, 50 years, you're in a powerful place in life. You've gathered this, you're married, you have children, whatever. But that's why you can't do it now. A, you don't have the insight to be on your throne of where you're looking down and kind of mesmerized by the buffoonery. I don't know if that's a word. Just by the human nature. Even when someone creates pain in how they did what they did, it's going to be zapped out, because you're going to see it at the root. And when you see something at the root, you have full power. That insight is not disclosed to doctors and shrinks. That's why doctors give you medications that have 3 other fucking symptoms. And then in 2-3 years, you need medications for what that caused. When you get true medicine, it's medicine that doesn't hurt you in the interns. When you get used to that type of life, you are used to a boyfriend or a girlfriend that hurts you in the interim. And you think it's part of life, but it's really part of a system to get you fucked. Pisses me off, but I'm going to change all that. I'm going to change all that. One step at a time. One country at a time, one book at a time, one live show at a time, one dating app at a time, t-shirts at a time. All these things I'm creating now, you'll think it's like the weirdest thing you've ever seen, because it actually changes your energy. It's what you call transformative. Wait till you see it one at a time. But what I'm telling you is I have paired together the Heyoka voice drops, which are 33 for a month. You get it every fucking day. And you can send me a sentence about your issue so I can also give that insight to the whole group. And with the book, which is the 3 books for 111, I've put them together from 144 to 88 for a limited time only. And if you want that, DM me. What should we DM me? DM me map. and I will connect that for you while it's still going on. If you want to read a few preview pages or a teaser, just go to my site. Again, it's in the link. Look under Trilogy, and there's a lot of gifts if you go to my site that you can download for free as well. Now, moving on. Whatever a person is made with, and usually, and I want to so give this to you, whatever you've battled is your ace card in the hole. So with the pitch fucking darkness going back with me, and I know a lot of you have been in a dark place, but I'm talking about being nonstop, without a soul to talk to, no drinking, no being depressed. It's not that I didn't hit bottom and I didn't cry, but no drinking, no vaping, no drugs, no casual sex, no anything, no talking to a soul. What happened? Transmuting those energies so that my light is not tarnished, so I'm not bitter, so I'm not depressed, which all that is expression stuck. A lot of people who are depressed that have come to me that have gotten rid of it have had thyroid issues on top of all those things. So thyroid issues is a subconscious, put it this way, it's an ongoing thought that you don't know you're thinking, you don't hear it, that says, why am I always last? Why, like, when is it ever my turn? Like, give and give and give. That's a true trait of a dominant masculine woman. So being born with how my life has chiseled me makes me an expert at getting out unscathed from the fire. Shrinks are completely embedded in many layers of their issues, but vicariously feel whole while figuring out categorically where your fuck up is. So in this way, they avoid their shit, but feel like they're triumphed or trumped their issue by providing a pseudo sense of a completion with their client. And it's not complete. So what they're really giving out, since words don't change, energy does. Words are not experiences. That's why when I talk to you, you trust what I'm saying because you feel the energy of the words behind it. You see it in my face. It's bouncing off my face and biting you in the nose like you cannot resist it. And don't smile. I'm serious. No, okay, go ahead, smile. But all I'm saying is energies that are delivered with the words has a full impact to change your energies. Data doesn't change energy. Data, energy. Data, energy. Here. Words from the heart touch the heart. If your heart's intact, if you're not used to numbing it, if you're not used to turning your back and not saying what you want because you don't want to hurt your fucking boyfriend's feelings, society, your friends, your boss, whatever, then it will work for you. It is your compass. But a lot of you have turned it off. So you don't hear it, you don't fucking feel it. And thank you for allowing me to be right in your face because this can't continue. It can't fucking continue. You don't know how much you're dying inside every day while pretending to be alive. This is not life. That is not life. If there's no magic, if there's no synchronicity, that is not life. That is a matrix controlled. If I can only tell you, but again, let me just try to keep, I know I'm going off on a lot of things. Back to the shrink. Wait a minute. I wanted you to finish. If you want me to finish, like, just text me, give me a chat, tell me what you're thinking. You can't get healed from someone who's not the epitome of what you want to be like. That's why it's stupid to defend, to explain, to get advice from someone who has a life you don't want, and yet a lot of you do it. You ask, you listen to these people that don't have the life that you want, and you don't really see it. You don't see that that's what you're doing. So when there is a therapist who is not cleared, first of all, she's definitely masculine minded because she has to rely on logic for her job. When you're that dominant in your logic, you can't sleep, you can't stop worrying, you're nonstop thinking, you try to control a man or pick someone not with a lot to offer, or younger, or something where you can control the outcome. And then you slip into mother role, cheerleader role, nurse role, psychiatrist role, fucking loan shark role, banker role, manager of their closet and life role. And you fix them for the next bitch. Because at that point, you have nothing left. And they let you go. Because guess what? They were never in love. They were in need of you, my love. A femme guy can't fall in love. He doesn't have that to give. But I'm going to talk about that in a minute. If you have any questions, please just list them, and I will get to them, or I'll take a pause and get to them. When a therapist who's not cleared is talking about how to manage your symptoms like a doctor that gives you medication to manage the symptoms, so you can't feel what's fucking going wrong in your body as it fucking escalates, which means you can't feel what's going wrong in your soul as it fucking descends to hell. And you don't know why you're eating too much and you're gaining weight. You don't know why you feel like drinking. You don't know why you're having a fucking chocolate, when you go nuts on chocolate? I don't know what the name is, but, or sometimes when you allow people to mistreat you, you are careless with yourself. You walk down streets you shouldn't be at. You talk to people that are a bit dangerous. You want to hurt yourself, not because you want to, but because someone projected to you that that's who you are, and then you go automatic. And that is why a therapist who has a distortion in her energy or their energy, they can only pass on that distortion. So you can latch onto those tools, and that energy inside you that's not cleared because you haven't burnt it down, you haven't gotten to the root, it attracts that to you. Oh, and then you got your tools and you think you're all okay. Yeah, that's when the hell starts. So, or you talk to a therapist for 5 years about the same thing. You get so fucking tired of it, you think you're good. Now, 1 second. Just let me, a little bit of water. Oh my God. Okay. This, and if there's any men listening, I really, really want to assist them. It's a team effort. It's not just them, it's us. Because I'll tell you, as long as you're a dominant masculine woman, guess what happens when you go home and you forget to leave your balls at work or at the court or at the gym? Guess what happens? You come home in the energy of masculine dominance. That means you're sacrificial, overly responsible. You're cutthroat, you're disciplined. You keep going even though you're tired, which means you listen to them even though you're tired. which means if he wants to do this and you got a spark about doing this, or you want to talk about this, you'll sacrifice. You're in fucking masculine mode. We all need our balls on the table in our career. And especially as a top athlete in 3 sports, in gymnastics, swimming, and bodybuilding, as a top fitness model, this is when I was, and a trainer, and an avid sports nutritionist, TV personality, a couple other things, author, worldwide thought speaker. But the most important thing I just want to tell you, masculine energy women, when we get into the competitive arena, we'll go into their masculine energy. But if your feminine energy is weak as fuck, you won't speak about your feelings to your man. You'll be concerned with how he'll take it. Now you're in mother role. And do you think a man is going to be attracted to a mother energy? After I've done all this and this and this, you're wondering why he gives less and less and less. That's why. Now, let's dive fully into this, okay? Because this is huge. I hope there's some men here, because what they're not understanding, it's huge. It's emotional also, because it's not that the men did anything on purpose. And it's not about blaming your mother, although it's directly led through that. But if you do come to me one-on-one and you want to extract that and completely change, I will take you to your past lives where it originated. Because your past life made you select this family so that it can stimulate and stir up shit that is raw, not done with, not transmuted, energies that are buried in you to stimulate, so that it's a duplicate scenario, a parallel from your past life to this life. When you are a man, but you're not dominated by your masculine mentality. You're in a vagina mentality. That's a warped feminine. When you're a woman and you're born a woman, but you're in a dick mentality, that's a distorted masculine. So you will be in a fearful state of mind, sacrificial state of mind. You will equate love with sacrifice. If I could scream right now, I worked out earlier, I'm a bit tired, I would scream. Because you will always have a need to show you can handle more and more pain. So far removed by Empress energy of feeling she is inherited. It's her inherited birthright. You've earned this life of ease, wealth, and a pure soul union, which you'll never see when you're in a masculine energy dominating your ass. When a woman is dominated in her masculine energy, it's not that she can't be rich, but it'll come at the expense of love. So she'll fuck the pool boy, and she'll pick a man who ignores her no matter all that she's accomplished. Oh, but we thought he respected her. You don't want respect, because you'll notice that a man can respect you on what you've achieved. And then when he does something that hurts your heart, he doesn't give a shit. Where did that respect go? Well, that's not an achievement. That's a feeling. You don't ever want a man to respect what you've accomplished. That gets it in your head that in order to be valuable, you need to accomplish. You want a man who will cherish your soul. You want a man who will cherish your feelings. Because when you feel cherished, you know you're respected. When a man loves his woman, how can I put this? A true masculine has to love a woman more than he loves himself. I don't mean he commits suicide. I don't mean any of that. I'll tell you why. Because a true masculine wears his masculine energy on the outside. He's decisive. He initiates plan. He's not scared of the word no. He makes shit happen. He inspires you, not belittles you. He helps you shine by creating an environment where your sacred fire is safe so that your flame is lit as fuck. And your light, which is connected to God, source, that's the spiritual essence, feminine energy. Masculine energy is not the spiritual essence. Yes, we both have both, but we are born as a spiritual essence. That's why no man can enter your body without also entering your soul. So that means also he cannot find his soul until he enters your body to connect him. That's the God essence. Now, when a man loves you more than himself, you being in his life is awakening the feminine in him that was docile until it arrived fully in you. In other words, you project the sacred part of himself, his heart, in the flesh. Do you understand why he lets nothing get in between you and him? You're his heart. Because a masculine wears masculine energy on the outside. This is why men can fuck a lot, but commit to no one. They're not stupid animals. They don't give their heart just like that. We do. Because all it takes is sleeping with him. And within a month, I don't care if you have many friends with benefits. If you sleep with one man within a month, continually, you will bond to him. We don't fall in love. We don't wake up one day and decide we're in love. We fall in bondage. And I don't care if he has the biggest wart on his face. We don't notice it. We don't care. It's a magical rock right on his fucking face. We don't care. And that's why the women are today that are taking on the male mentality and chasing and all that stuff, or their own energy, or they're looking at femme coaches and they're like, okay, I'll let him pay. Okay, I'll just wait. Okay, I do this, I do this. Energies can't hide, and they don't lie, and they don't die. They get transmuted. They shift internally. So you can't fake what you are, because you'll get a guy faking what he is, and you'll find out 3 months later, both of you are the same. Fucked. And you'll blame him, and he'll blame you. And both of you were pretending. So it's not a blame game. And I'll talk about that in a second. Now, you can't pretend to have that value. And you can't have that value if you are a woman that is dominated by her logic, because she needs her logic to navigate through the corridors of hell, because her heart she's ignored, and that never gives her the wrong signal. So what happens is she's been tricked here, and then she blames her heart. No. You ignored all the red flags. Because your logic, or you listen to your stupid friend or the mother that's unaware. Oh, just give him a chance. But I didn't really feel anything. No, just give him a chance. Comes from a good family. He has a good job. He was polite. He wasn't like the last animal you had. Just go out with him a couple of times. If it was me, I'd be like, go out. I felt nothing. And you want me to go out a couple times more. You want me to get used to him so he can like grow on me. Like what? Like a fungus disease? I don't think so. Because if I lick that pistachio ice cream the first time, I don't like pistachio. I'm not going to allow my tongue to get ice cold and I don't fucking taste it. Like a lot of you, of how you got used to drinking. How is it that you like that? I could never get past the smell. So I don't drink. And the smoking and the vaping and all the other fucking things. You have cut off your initial spark when you cut off your initial response. And then nothing works. And so what'll happen is the entrepreneur women or the boss babes and all those, they do not know in this day and age how to disconnect from their masculine energy and to go in through their feminine energy when they greet their man, because otherwise your masculine energy is going to by default shift the man further up his feminine energy's backside. And he's going to be more and more lazy. He's going to start, but I'll tell you, start, stop, okay, a lot of things to say, hold on. But you have to understand that if you've already attracted him and you're like this, he already has that issue. It's just that you keep putting him more into it and he keeps making you more fearful. Because you see, so you can't say your feelings. So you know you can't really show yourself because you don't feel valuable otherwise if you're not the way he needs you, because you know how he needs you to be. But he's not how you need him to be. He's not. Have you ever had anyone exactly how you need him to be? I don't think so. So let me, Neely, will you write me another text? I just want to make sure that the questions are still working. I have no idea if they are, but that's okay. A man who is not a real masculine are going to have these traits. Write them down. The biggest tail sign is competition with you. Meaning, you work out, he goes into his construction, he's sore that day, he sees you, and out of the blue, he's like, you think you have intense workouts? Dude, this is your job. I'm like, I didn't tax my body, I enhanced my body. You fucking fucked your body because you're just wearing out your body. That's your job. So, although it's more physical than a pencil job, so that helps a bit. But he will compare. He will compare. And you may even see him be what they call dismissive. So you're talking and he's talking, and then all of a sudden he will talk his stuff. Something maybe great happened to you or something different, or you got an idea. And he really won't want to get into it. Or he'll go, that's enough about this. I now want to talk about this. When you're talking about something makes you happy. Or, and this one will really hurt, okay? Or he's used to, and they all do, he's a complainer. He's a whiner. He's a bitcher. And you may, what you're doing if you're with, especially if you're sexual with this type of guy, is you're swallowing his energy of this negativity. So he'll start feeling better and better, especially, and this is another tale of a masculine, needy man, fake, counterfeit. He will need to call you and tell you his whole day. He'll need to take out the energy because he's not in his logic enough to be dry and not be absorbed by those. He doesn't know how to filter it. He's already overwhelmed, so he's kind of like a wet log. He doesn't float. He's wet and soggy, useless. And so you need to be in your masculine, in your thought, and what that'll do to you is that'll secure you won't go anywhere. You know why? Because a woman who lives in her mind, and her mind comes from a scarcity place because it's a distortion. You weren't born with a penis. So you are in a distorted masculine logic. So you're using logic to what's the word? To source out fears, because you're not used to, by your gut and your instincts, to listen to it enough and say no and not be afraid to hurt this person's feelings and never be caused pain. So because you've shut off your heart, you have to navigate through your logic. Decide, is it worth it to talk about this? Not all this kind of shit. So in a distorted energy of a logic, what happens is that you will always feel fearful. And when you feel fearful, it means you have to anticipate more fear. Because you are disconnected from yourself, which is connected to Source, God, to feel that balance of, I'm good. Not only am I of value, but I am protected. Because I'm good, I expect to be protected. The two go together. You can't have peace and then be scared something won't work out. You have peace and expect good shit to happen. That's tied to your value. But a woman who's in her masculine mind, who's fearful, is expecting and in need of, because she has to prove her resilience and she has to be of value, so prove how much pain she can take, is a soldier mentality. And the soldier doesn't stop fighting. The soldier needs a war and a battle. This is why you fight a lot. An argument all the time. A soldier needs that to prove they're resilient, to test their mettle so they can survive the next one. Do you see how this perpetuates a certain lifestyle? You can't get to the top tier men who will actually take care and protect your nature. You're not handicapped. You're of great power. And a powerful man recognizes power. But a weak, insecure man recognizes only what he can take, what he needs from you. So you will be dependent on him. And that's why he has to knock you down a couple of pegs, keep you in a childlike, needy energy, so that you're focused on him. And even though he may complain that you may be needy, he's secretly happy because he doesn't have security in himself that you would want him, except for how insecure he can make you feel. And he'll do that because he will confuse caring for controlling. And he'll confuse love for being possessive. Now, when you hear that from me, I know that sounds really fucked, but it's happening in your life. Because when a man says, okay, where are you going? Especially if it's, what are you wearing? Or, okay, don't talk to anyone as if you don't know that. All I'm saying, it's a fake performative masculine, and you'll know that because you're not at ease with him. You maybe don't recognize the fakeness, aka him saying, oh, make sure you lock your door. Oh, make sure you park in a good place. Nothing happens to the car. Call me when you get there. These are things that don't cost him anything. But watch, the second that you say, no, I don't want to meet with you later. And he's like, why, what? Well, you just said I'm like all women. What are you making a big, well, you just said I'm like all women. when I said I didn't want to discuss this. I just, on our walk, I want to enjoy the clouds. I want to feel grateful for and I don't really want to hear you talk. I want to be silent. Meanwhile, you want to enjoy yourself with them, but they're so used to dumping on you that you didn't know maybe what it was. You want to, it's not uplifting you. It's draining you. Masculine fake men don't enhance, they drain in all their fucking ways. Many, many ways. So if you reject a way he's doing, he won't, like a masculine true man, zoom in to what makes you click and go, yes, let's enjoy the clouds. Tell me what you see. Oh my God, heaven. He'll be pissed. And he'll say something that'll piss you off, like, oh, women are crazy, or you're always like this, or something that makes you doubt that you had a right for peace. And so if you're smart, you'll do the number one thing that a true Empress energy will do. She removes herself from an arena, from a dinner. She doesn't give a fuck. She removes her energy. She doesn't tell him how to be. She doesn't say, respect me and you should and schmould. She removes herself, and that pisses him off. And so he'll backpedal. Well, no, you're overreacting. Well, no, you're trying to make me feel that no, you shouldn't feel that way. You cannot tell me what I should, because my heart is what I listen to, not you. My heart feels slighted, and that's who I honor. Because when I get dim because I don't listen, I feel down. I don't feel better with you. You cannot get light from a man. Do you understand that? You can only get light. You're like a fountain with all this oasis of crystal, blue mountain type, untouched water. And that feeds everyone around you. They're like, get kind of enough, right? If that water becomes polluted because you don't honor your heart, it's a simple thing. It's not like you're in the dark about it. Your heart feels good, it doesn't feel good. When you honor your heart, that water stays pure, and they will all love you. Because that's rare. That's what they want. The light inside of you, your energy being very, very high, is the first thing that makes a man feel protected internally and dissolves his fucking problems. Because it's an energy and it's linked to God, source, whoever you call it. So it's something that takes them right out of their IRS lobe of problems into, and especially when you're sensual, you don't have to talk much, and puts them in under a heaven state. I think they call it nirvana. So a man who's counterfeit as a masculine will put down what you feel, make it not real, and tell you how you should fucking be, according to how comfortable you can make him. They may say you're selfish. I'm selfish because I don't want to do what you want me to do. Right. I mean, it sounds very logical, but at the time, you're so sucked in to the vortex of a wounded, hurt, guilty feeling little girl. You're not in present time. And that's the biggest thing. And neither are they. So if you get a break in your work, or something happens amazing and they're struggling, do you think they're going to be happy with you? They'll be moody. And then what will you do? You'll dim your light. You'll know not to tell them the amazing thing that happened. How are you living in that hornet's nest, wondering when it will bite you? You're not. You're not living at all. So, Nilly, will you do me a favor? Will you send me a quick WhatsApp and just let me know if you're able to chat here If it works for you, love, that way I'll know it works for everybody else and they just want to listen. If you're here, okay? Next, the masculine man, so you can, a couple of other things. So they don't know how to care. They only know how to control. Thank you so much. I so love my girl. I'm not seeing any, there is no chat. Like if anybody's writing anything, I'm so sorry. The only one that I'm seeing is my client. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know why. I'm just told that you are writing, but I'm not seeing it. I don't know what else to tell you. Unless if you'd like to go, I'm just thinking how to be creative. I don't know why. Only Nilly is coming through. If you're writing to me, and this didn't happen last time, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe you're meant to listen. I don't know. If you want, what I can do on my laptop, if you've got an urgent question or any question, if you want to go to my Instagram, which is Nicole Coleman _ and that is NICH for happy, or Heyoka, OLE, Nicole with an H, KOL, no E, MAN, KOLMAN, and Nicole in the beginning, and then _ I will look for you, write your question, I'll answer it here. That's how we can just be creative, all right? So I'll have that on. If there's anything happening, I will totally see that, okay? I'll just keep that open for you. So, and again, also in the comments, write to me if there was an issue. I'll see if I can figure that out. And if you want me to talk about this more on Thursdays, the next time I'm going live at 3 p.m. ET time, I will just for you, okay? I don't care if it's only one person or two people. I will continue, okay? And or ask me questions in my DM so I can bring it up on the live. I don't know, I'm getting hungry. Oh, I bought a snack. Oh my God. It's a health food Reese's. It's a protein Reese's cup. Let me just eat that while I'm with you, okay? So hold on. So as we were going, I was going to give you hardcore traits, okay? So they will be competitive. You will not feel like yourself, okay? Where are you? Where are you, my? Where? Ah! I should be working for them, okay? So now a couple things. So, God, I wish I saw your questions. If you are, one second, let me just open this. Oh God, that's going to make me feel so much better. Let me give you A to Z, okay? They are competitive. Why? Because they're in their feminine energy that's dominating them. And you're a woman. Even if you're messed up and you're masculine, the occasional weak feeling, I've got my period, things mounted, or all his negative shit, you don't even know when you're down that it's not even you. You can't, it's like tissue paper. You can't tell. And you just feel down. And then he thinks he's helping you. You have no idea that it's coming from him. Because he sucked all your light. And you're not plugged in, so more and more happens. If you'd like to go into depth in your personal life and how that's happening, how to get out of that, book a one-on-one with me, DM me one-on-one. I'll send you a link. Or, and this is one thing I'm extending to all my people, I'm so fucking excited. I'm letting people design their own, what I call inner fortress groups. So, because the whole thing is, you can get evolved with me very quickly because you're going to see things very quickly. Oops. You're going to see things very quickly. But, oh, I guess I can plug it here. But what's going to happen is as you evolve, guess what? No one's going to be able to understand why you're different. They're going to say you're too much and other negative things, and you won't be able to explain it yet because you don't know enough, but you'll feel much better. They'll call you selfish, they'll call you whatever, and you'll fold. So what I came up with is I thought, how amazing would it be if I had one person who had 5 other people that they knew. It can be work, it can be family, I don't care what it is. And we can do a customized power group session, 45 each person. That takes care of my hour and or more. And what will happen is either everyone sends me their own session and I do it all in the hour, or everyone decides this is the major thing we're going through and we role play. You have no fucking clue what it's like to role play with me. It's not a mental thing. You have to memorize the words. It's an energetic. When you feel, it's kind of like, how can I say this in a way? When you're around a funny person, you feel very light about life. When you're around a fucking champion, you feel like a winner in life. And when you're around me, you feel lit as fuck. No one can touch you. You're on your throne. There's no ifs about it. There's no ifs about it. Go to my store, store.nicolecoleman.com, and just scroll all the way down. Just see some of the comments. There's a whole bunch. So that's one thing I'm throwing out there. I'm very excited about that. And if you only have 2 people, if you only have 3 people, DM me that, and then I'll get 2 other people from a different place, and at least we can make that happen, okay? Because it's not about you continuing to evolve while you're isolated in the world. You need a little cave. You need a little burning bush for the warmth as you evolve. There's quite a bit to unpack here, especially if you're only doing, if you come to me one-on-one, it'll be faster and faster and faster. But there's quite a bit to unpack here. But so let me just give you the traits so you understand without a doubt, without the explanation, how a femme guy acts. A femme guy is a fake masculine. Let me tell you the first thing that'll just fuck you up and you'll be so confused, okay? You could be arguing, you could be near family, you can be with friends, you can be outside, you could be at a movie and you could maybe laugh at, like this gets me really pissed, so I'm pacing. You can be pissed, okay, fine. You can be at a movie with your guy. You can be standing in line somewhere. Okay, let's say at a club, and you talk or something, and the person in front of you looks back at you like this, and your boyfriend does nothing, and you're like, and then you continue talking, let's say you're telling him something amazing, and you're laughing, and the other person, you're really loud. He still says nothing, and you say, I'm happy, we're outside, we're not at a cemetery, we're not in the library, I'm still going to be happy. And the guy looks back at you again and, starts saying something. Your guy has done nothing. Okay. And you're going back and forth now. Your guy still has done nothing and you're standing there defending yourself. At that point, your guy says, he turns around and goes, will you both be quiet? Now, what the fuck do you do? Because if you remain there, I'm just going to lose it. That's a fake as fuck masculine. That's, it's someone who's afraid to take any responsibility and or accountability. That goes without saying. But he won't risk fuck all. He won't stand up for you. He'll put you in the group. It can even be in a family dinner or something. And maybe you're discussing something with your brother or something. You're getting and he's invited over or whatever. He'll go, well, both of you just calm down. And then later on, he'll tell you, you know, you were completely right. Well, why the fuck didn't you tell him that? That's got to be the most gut-wrenching fucking thing of humiliation. That is a disgusting, we're talking oyster snot, disgusting energy that you will see. It is a performative masculine, a fake protection. Do you see that? That's one. Competitiveness is another thing. Always comparing, always. Oh, well, I got this, you know, you can say, oh, this happened to me. Well, this happened to me. Not asking you. Tell me more, baby. This is so great. I'm so happy for you. No, none of that. They are very insecure. You'll always know, oh, this is so much fun to do. They are insecure. They are worrying. And then they'll tell you they're worrying. And so they won't be there for your feelings when it conflicts with theirs, because they will personalize it as an attack when you say, I'm not feeling comfortable with the way you just said that. Oh, I have to walk on eggshells. Or, oh, how about all the times in the 1755 when I did this for you? Or what about, I said, like, it's disproportional response. So they will confuse you with that when you say something about a behavior. And let me tell you why before I go on. Oh my God, I'm getting so hungry. 1 second. Maybe I should eat a banana. I think a banana would be... Let me tell you why. Because when you say, where's my banana? There. When you say, oh, that one's very soggy. Don't want that one. That's soggy too. Wait a minute. Are you good? Okay, so when you say, hold on, 1 second. Oh, this looks good. Okay. When you say, one second. This hurt me. You're not saying you're an ass, because I talk to all my clients and my women. You do not ever say you to a man, okay? Inferior. You say I feel. Because a man cannot logically argue with how you feel. A real man won't try, because that's how you feel. A feminine guy, because he's in his feminine energy, will have to say, well, I feel this. What the fuck is your problem? I want to just slap him. At that point, you're the woman. I feel this when you do this. He'll say, well, I feel hurt that you tell me this. What are femme guys? What are fake masculines? They're into equality. They see you as equal to them. The worst thing ever. They don't have their balls. They can't stand up like a man. They have nothing to give. So they are needy. But they balance it by trying to make you feel you need them, by cutting off your life support of everything you need to be inspired with and joyful. And then you're depressed, and then you think you need them. And then you're weak in your eyes. And then they go into what looks like overprotective mode. Oh, when you go out today, make sure a building doesn't fall on your head. It's that dumb. That dumb. And so the other thing about them is that when they're, especially if they're not working, they will start a project, stop, start, stop, start, stop. They lack follow through. They say one thing, but they don't do it, which also means that they talk on the fly, okay? There is no backing behind the words, which means, oh my God, I can see us married. We're going to have a big house and blah, 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 when they're high. And then when you upset them, that's it, I'm done. I can't take this anymore. And then they will run back very shortly. And I do mean very shortly. Because it's just like a woman, as a woman, when you've been upset and you've bitched and complained, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you right now, that is how a man knows you're not fucking going anywhere. Because if you were, you'd be silent and he'd be pissing in his pants. But you don't know that because you live here, not here. So another thing with a masculine man is he'll be very talky, overly emotional, insecure, needy, demanding, temper tantrum. He will not have control of his feelings. Every single man that hurts a woman, all the titles you want to give them, okay, I don't want to mention it, is a feminine guy. Femininely dominant. That means his feelings dominate him. He's overwhelmed. So he'll strike at the woman because of the word she said. She is his stand-in for the mother who did or did not do for him. There is no masculine who is dry in his logic that will get deterred or have him blow in a different direction, his character, because you say you don't like him or you say you're an asshole. He would think it's cute and he'd smile because he's successful inside. Not a feminine, dominant man. He will take it as an insult and he will have a temper tantrum. A true masculine doesn't have a temper tantrum. He goes somewhere and he thinks, he layers everything out, and he comes back. Now, another thing with a fake masculine. When they've made an error, they come back to complain about how bad this whole scenario, their error, what it's cost him. They're not aware of what it cost you. They're not aware of anything with you. They've reconnected back to you because what happened between you, even if it was his mistake, it's now cost him. So they see you as a mummy energy. That's why they say, since this happened between us, I haven't gotten work done. I cut my baby toe. I'm having nightmares. What are you fucking for? And what'll happen to a masculine energy woman is she will mistaken that for concern. He took it really bad. It's not that bad. You totally numbed yourself. You don't even allow your heart to feel. And therefore you don't set a precedent that this is a standard you're not dropping. Another thing about masculine men is they talk a lot. They're overly emotional. They will personalize what you say is hurtful in their behavior. They won't see it outside of themselves that they just change a behavior. And they won't do because they're not, again, in love with you, but they're in need of you. And if you can't provide this need, then they're not there. That's all. They are very charming, they're great seducers because they're feminine. Do you understand? They can make you laugh. They can be very, very tender. All the things that you're supposed to be being. And that's why as a masculine bitch, you will be connected to them. Because it feels good to have someone that sensitive talk about feelings, because you can't. So it's like you live vicariously through them. And that sets a spiral. That will set a spiral. Now, if there's any questions, please ask. It's not about recognizing only. Oh, and again, I know this is alive, and once it's done, it's done. But if you would like to get a series on how to spot a femga in all the ways, I've got about 6, 7, or 8. Each is about 20 minutes video sold as a series. I don't know if it's $20 or $15 or whatever. On my TikTok channel, I love Heyoka. It would really be to your advantage to play these and have them, because the energy that you have in you that has forced you to go into your masculine energy because you don't feel safe enough to be in your feminine energy, so you continue to attract a man you don't feel safe with. While you're still in your masculine energy, because again, only opposites attract. So if you know anyone else that can shift you internally, by all means, I would invest in yourself and get that done. You'll know right away when it's working, because you feel instantly lighter. Things happen around you. Miracles happen around you. Opportunities. This is how you know it's working. Or come to me. I guarantee my work. Now, I'm going to take a moment, and I have here the book that I wrote that's on Amazon, called The Wisdom of the Penis, Sorely Needed. All about the masculine and feminine energies. It's not just that. It's like a youth pill. If you're in your 30, 40, 50s, if you're a young adult, it's going to be right up your alley because it's all in slang. If you're an adult or mature adult, it's going to set back time, because it's not a book that you read through here. How can I explain this to you? It's in slang. And it will force you, it will bring out the teenager in you, and your energy will change, and you will look 10, 15 years younger. Like my dentist, who was 50 at the time when you read this. When he finished the book, he came to me, I'm like, dude, what happened? What do you mean? And he had all this. It's not just that he was invigorated. It's like he looked younger. I said, did you get a haircut or something? He goes, no. Did you color your hair? He goes, no. Did you go to a spa? No, I just finished your book. I'm like, ah. And that's when it was in my mind. And then I paid attention when I gave it to an old person, or I gave it to, and I say that very lightly, very comically, because a lot of you are attached to your fucking timeline. Anytime you want to get off it, it won't bother you. So what I usually do, and I've started to do this now, is to I'm just going to ask, what is it that these people, and you should, what you do is you take it and you put it on your chest, and you ask, what am I in the dark about? What do I need to see right now that I can't see? And then you just simply open it with your left hand. And once you do that, you start reading, and you will see something pop out at you. You will cry. Because you'll get an answer you didn't even know you needed. It does not miss. So let me do this right here, right now. And just so you know, for those of you that want to know more, I am going to be going live on Thursday at 3 p.m. as well. And then Sunday, 1 p.m. ET time. They were my largest crowd. It was insane. We went from 50 views the first live we did to 833. I don't know how that happened, but it was amazing. So my Sunday people may be my best crowd. I don't know. I'm going to see how you guys are. And if we continue, I'll continue doing on this date. Otherwise, I'll jump to Thursdays and Sunday. So, and again, if I haven't answered you, because I don't see a question, okay? I'm only seeing my client that asked the question. She didn't ask a question. She said hi. Okay, I love you too, girl. Okay, now, so I wrote this book called The Wisdom of the Penis. It's funny as fuck. It's all in slang. It took 12 years to write. And when I tell that to people, they go, oh, I should tell you my stories. I said, I don't need stories. I need answers. The book's not just about stories. It's about answers. And when I gave it to the national district manager of Starbucks, who himself had a very bad sexual experience with his own sex cousin at the time, long time ago, he couldn't believe, because he saw the title, right? And he was like, all right. And I'll never forget the day I couldn't even go to the bathroom the whole day because I was waiting to see what he'd say. And all he did was this. He looked at me and he was like, and he slid the book over and he said, this book really helps people. Like, he was in shock. I was flying high. And he didn't even do the oracle. He just read the book. So the book has a lot of stories, but it has a lot of insight, not just on all the sexual things we go through, but scientific things about the body you didn't know. And we talked about this in our last live. You can always check it out. Sexually speaking, how a woman's body makes sure when he does this one thing, sexually speaking, that a man never loses his sense of smell. Maybe that's why we got so many people. Because when a man does this one thing, sexually speaking, most men don't know that a man loses his sense of smell 15 years before a woman. That makes him feel more vulnerable. But when he does this one thing, sexually speaking, it stimulates the stem cells in his olfactory bulb, so he doesn't lose his sense of smell. It also stimulates his prolactin hormone, which is a man's hormone of his deepest sense of relaxation, replenishment, and all that. So if I were you and I went and had a date, I would fucking tell the guy, just the fact that I'm sitting here, I'm enhancing your whole entire immune system just because you're attracted to me. So I think I'm actually going to send you a bill. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's how I would be. Yeah. So there's a lot of funny stories. There's a lot of insight about life. It's like a blueprint for success. Really deep stuff. All written in simple language, slang, very, very funny, very funny, very funny. And helpful things for men. Like when a guy has a wart on his finger, that's serious. Because when he touches you deep in there, you can get serious shit. of which you need surgery for. I don't want to talk about it, okay? It's so bad. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't already, if it hasn't dawned on you, before you sleep, before he's committed to you, before you believe he's the one, let him know that you would feel so much more at ease if he took every single fucking sexual disease blood work so that you know he's cleared. If he wants you to do the same, that's fine. But usually, if a woman says that, he kind of knows she's serious, that she's not like, I'm going to do a couple guys. I totally suggest that. Yeah. So in my book, I thought I need to tell men this. This was just a side note thing. Because of my health background, my sports nutrition background, I just told guys, if you have a wart on your finger, take a Band-Aid or a cotton, drench the cotton in apple cider vinegar from Bragg's only. You'll see it's brown and it's in a glass bottle. It's brown, not plastic. You drench the cotton in apple cider vinegar, you put it on the wart, and you wrap it in the Band-Aid. And you do that if you're taking a shower, see if you cannot keep it wet. And if you are taking the shower, the finger has to get wet, just always do it around the clock. And it will disappear, and it will kill the root and all that. But if you have a sore, or if you have a wart on your dick, don't stick your dick in the apple cider vinegar. Like, don't go there, because that's going to disintegrate the whole fucking thing. Don't go there. But I write this whole thing out, so that's how I write. I write the way I talk. It's very funny, and it's very practical, and it's a game changer, a rule breaker, truth teller. And it's ahead of its time. And the book that I just released, the ebook, the Sacred and Feral trilogy of 3 ebooks, that's 308 pages. And that's, the other book is more life, a lot of angles on life and success, and that as well. This book really zeroes in on every scenario that's happening today in the dating game and relationship game that you don't know how to put your finger on. You can't name this thing that they do. You can't name it, so you think it's just in your head or something. And I'm telling you right now, if you can't see and you don't have clarity, you're going to force your heart to suffer, because you're in your logic as a woman, masculine, and you can't explain yourself. So you have no foot to stand on. You're not in your feminine energy where you feel it's enough and more than enough to say, I'm uncomfortable with this, not happening anymore. You don't come from that power. So that won't work. Because guys can tell. You have a signature, energetic signature in your walk. They can tell how easy you are, how hard you are, how much work it's going to take, and if you're a forever thing. Usually in the first 3 times they see you, they already know. You know once you've merged with him, because you bond physically. We fall in bondage. We don't fall in love. And that's why we fall in love first through the words they say, the tone, the words, the way they say what they say, the time they say what they say, how they say it. That gets us open sesame. And they fall in love through their eyes initially, the way you look. And that's our weapon. And when I say the way you look, I don't mean you need 4-foot lashes. I mean when you're beaming and you're happy and you take care of yourself. Because there's a lot of girls that you won't see as attractive. They have attractive men. Why? That's why. So let me just do this for you and let's see what we can do. for you. And if by chance, if you have tried to leave me a question and it hasn't happened, again, DM me, and it could be a glitch, from YouTube, and I can look into that. So I'm just going to ask, I'm going to see if I can do a general one. What is it, what is it that the people that are really focused on right now going through, what is it that they need to see that they're in the dark and can't see? This is what I got. As soon as we move away from nature, pour shit on our earth that doesn't belong to it, we suffer. It retaliates, right? It needs to upchuck to get our attention. We take man-made synthetic drugs that seem to be working to fix one problem, and then it creates another problem. We also suffer. Medicine never used to be like that. It used to heal. Of course, back then, it was a mixture of plants, herbs, and prayers. So we kept the plant, use it to get high. Trouble is, although it can sharpen your senses, make you feel motivated temporarily, focused in the present, or witty, you can't get high without also getting low. Nobody talks about that. In time, you get slow. Reaction time, nil. It's dangerous to drive and you look fucking stupid. Wasted. Long term equals personality disorders. We already have so much to deal with. So you begin to dissociate. You no longer engage in life to any great extent. No motivation. The unique part of you, whitewashed. You are permafried. Then you need more and more to reach that high. Your connection to getting that on your own, lost. Completely lost. And now, you can't stand yourself without it. You look in the mirror and you see a pothead. And everyone knows it. You can't function unless you have some. Paranoia cloaks your personality and you slip into Never Never Land. And now, you're paranoid about everything. How you sound, how you look, how you smell. Good luck, Peter Pan, ever finding your Tinkerbell. Just as well, you've been on pot so long, you forget about your rod shooting anything but blanks anyway, because sperm quality is just so low. Swimming in fucking circles, because it's high, can't swim properly. Your sperm is just not capable, dude. Doesn't that even bother you? Not much of an investment for immortalizing yourself in another human being. Bad enough, the guy's sperm have been on the decline for years due to all the environmental pollutants, xenoestrogens, and so much shit in lifestyle. They actually say in a few years that there will be worldwide male infertility. Oh my gosh, and then what? Girls already have bigger balls. Then what? We'll have no use for you guys. You'll be like our slave, a pet. Some of you already are. And then it'll be Atlantis all over again. Please, guys, we need you and your balls. That is what I open up to. So I don't know how many of you are potheads, or how many of you know people that do that, or how many of you are on something else. Vaping is worse. You have no idea the damage it's doing to your lungs. But again, a lot of you who do that tell yourself it's healthy. And you're breathing, you're walking, you're shitting, you're talking, so nothing's affecting you right now, so you'll keep doing it. In any case, I hope I was able to impart some insight that you didn't already know, because all this stuff that I talked about here, and I would suggest if you have a friend or you have a mom or you have a dad or you have a guy friend that needs to know this, I'm going to load this up under the streaming for you, because you're not going to find this Google searching. You're not going to find the angles I talk about here with femme coaches and all that. They have their framework. I just like to get to the root so that it has access to the deepest part of you. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye. DM me for anything. If you want to have a live one-on-one with me, DM me one-on-one. If you'd like the gift of 4 days to have the Heyoka Insight voice drops going right to your ear on your WhatsApp via my collective circle, DM me gift. And visit my store. If you'd like the bundle of the Heyoka voice drops for a whole month, and the trilogy that's usually $144 is at $88 right now, take advantage of it. It's not going to be here all the time. Bye for now.